My name is Gaetan. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Apprentus. Apprentus is a marketplace where you can find private lessons and where teachers can earn more money. You see, 3 years ago, my two daughters wanted to learn to play guitar and piano. So I tried to find a private teacher for them, but I quickly realized that there were no good place to find a teacher, especially nearby teacher. And many of my friends and parents in my children's school were struggling with the same problem. Interestingly enough, teachers had the same kind of problem. Very difficult for them to find students. They still rely on inefficient methods like classified ad websites or distributing flyers in the nearby shops. We believe that we could build something much better for the teacher and the people who want to learn. At Apprentus, we have developed the best interface on the internet to find a private teacher. Within seconds, you can find a nearby teacher and know much more about him than in any other website on the internet. I will show a demo of how Apprentus works. The website detects where you live, and you just have to type an activity that you want to learn. It can be anything from school tutoring, music lessons, language, cooking, sewing. Here we do a test with guitar. And the website will automatically show only the teachers that live nearby. Here we have selections in Paris, this part of Paris, of 28 guitar teachers. Then you can use the filters on the left side to narrow your results. Let's say that you don't want to pay more than 15 euro per hour, that you want the teachers to come to your place, and that the lessons are for 10 years old kids, and you will have only 7 profiles to choose from. Every profile of teachers has much more information about him. On every profile, you can see the class description, the locations of the class. You can also see the education of the teacher, his experience, and with social connections and recommendations from students and friends, we are building an ideal trust relations between the teacher and his future students. And once you find the teacher that is good for you, you can use our booking system to reserve your first class. All this, I couldn't build it alone, so we are 3 co-founders. Here you can see the 2 other co-founders of Apprentus. It's Marius, the CTO, and Yanne, the creative designer. We launched Apprentus 1 year ago, and now we have more than 2,200 teachers. And we are reaching liquidity in the biggest French-speaking cities and experimenting early tractions in other countries. The tutoring market size is huge. And in this time of economic uncertainties, it is growing every year. This is due mainly to the desire of parents to secure their children's needs. Our business model is every teacher can create a profile and post class for free. And then we take a service fee of 15% on every booking. Finally, we are announcing now our new feature, blended learning. MOOCs and online websites are not for everyone. Up to 96% of the students abandon their courses. But since we launched our marketplace, we found out that they were an even bigger business than the one we were attacking. By blending online content and face-to-face teachers with their feedbacks and the discipline of the appointments, we can create an experience and grow the success of the students through our systems. Yes, thank you.
Very good. So Gaetan, why don't you join me over here, and I'll give you this microphone so that we can take the questions of our judges.
Thank you.
And start, Matt, with you.
So,
Matt, go ahead.
I mean, those are 2 very different things. So I understand how one leads to the other, but being a marketplace for teachers in creating a technology platform to empower online education. Those are two different things. So how do you think about focus and priority?
The first year we launched since a year, and we really focused to build the best product for the students. So we really spent 1 year to work with the teacher. For the teacher. So we spent 1 year working for them, with them, and develop these profile systems and the project. Now we learned also that the teachers, there's a lot of content available for free on internet that they exchange through forum. Still they use a lot of the forums like math sheets between math teachers, language exercise, irregular verbs in English. And this material is available for free, but when the teacher needs to go for a child, for lessons, it doesn't have that easily. He has to look for it. And we are collecting, since a moment, many sheets like that. And in the beginning, we just post them as a PDF file. We don't try to do to waste our time on developing, beating all the big other websites. But we make a library of documents available. If it works well, we're going to continue in that directions, and then have a time review system and so on. But that's the directions we take. At the moment, yeah.
So just I want to make sure I'm clear. What's coming into the market is not online classes, but tools that the teachers who have already come into the marketplace can use with their students. Is that
exactly,
correct?
Yes. We believe that the teacher is still the best way to learn many activities. If you want to learn to play guitar, it's very hard to have even Google Help Out. I mean, the time to tune the guitar and to play your hand correctly, you already lost an hour. So instruments, school support. If a kid has difficulty in school, it's very hard to send him in front of a website and ask him to learn by himself. But a teacher, you meet him every week, and it helps you to improve. You have a direct feedback and discipline because it's appointments. So we still believe a lot in this market that is huge. Like in France, every year 1 million kids take school support. I'm not speaking about children learning instruments or adult learning language or cooking lessons and all this market.
So having two daughters who started to learn the guitar this year, I can relate to this. So we use the third party who are paying, it's taking quite a big fee. So I think the teacher would probably make more money by working with you than through this entity. Two questions. One is, are you, I mean, we talk about guitar teaching, but what's the current focus in terms of what you're offering? Because density of offering both in terms of sectors and geography is quite important. And second question is, what other metrics can you give us in terms of the current traction? 200 teachers is one, but what's the usage?
Okay, so the first problem we had was seeing that this connecting the teacher and the student was not easy, so we create a kind of vertical market to replace the classified ads or the flyers and open it to all the teachers. The biggest market and the amount of teachers that sign up are mainly, the first one is school tutoring. It's really the biggest one. The second one is music lessons. And then comes after language, learning language, and then all kind of different class. But it goes from cooking or all, yeah, there's a lot of different activities. About the traction, we are growing in average 20% per month at the moment, getting new teachers. And like I mentioned, we're a marketplace, so until recently, we didn't have enough teachers to make the connections. Chicken and eggs problem. So it's only since 2 months that we have, you can run anything in Paris or in Lyon or in Brussels. And we have a very big growing number of lessons booked.
So there, in the last few years, there are many that tried. So this is a space that even the combination of scheduling together with a database of tutors, etc. Have you analyzed why would so many of them fail? Because there are tens.
Really mixing real teachers and online, I don't know many competitors. There might be some I know, like Tutor3, they got some a bit knowledge, but I think building a marketplace takes a long time. And Tutor3, they hire a lot of people directly, and then they got only 5,000 teachers. And I think when you have 10 people 10 people working in the company, and within 1 year you have 5,000 teachers. It's very hard to sustain.
So how are you going to? So they hired many people, and they only got 5,000 teachers.
Yeah, we got
How are you going to deal with that, and how are you going to make sure that the thousands of teachers that are subscribing to your system, because they're the biggest asset, right, are the right ones?
We took a different approach than them. First, we are really bootstrapping. We know that it will take years to be successful. And it might take 3 years, 4 years, 5 years at the time of marketplace. So we cannot start to hire a lot of people and spend a lot of money and then say, okay, we don't have cash, what do we do in 1 year? So we took a different strategy. Another website that is famous is Skillshare. But Skillshare, they try to convert people into teachers. So let's say that you do conferences and they might turn you into teaching how to speak in public. We take real teachers, there's millions of them, and then connect them.
Last quick question. How do you ensure that you retain, you stay in the middle of the future transactions? Because if you just take 15% of 1 hour, that's not a lot of money. You want to be there for the next years.
Yes, that's, I would say even our first focus was to working with the teacher on the first year. The first focus we have is working on improving this transaction on the second year. We start the transaction and the payment system less than 2 months ago. The average is about 8 lessons. So we had people learning English and so come every week. We had some lessons when it was school support, 4 lessons. Or some people, because parents can book directly 10 lessons in one time and have a cheaper price. We give the possibility to the teacher to sell per month, to sell per one time, per 5 times, have a reduced price, a price if they teach at home, a price if they teach at the student place, because it's different in the market. And we are working to try to retain this this fidelity between the teacher and his students, and also to we have system on our websites like one teacher that sells, let's say, guitar lessons to 5 students that don't come back will be lower in the results than one teacher that has only 1 student and comes every week. So with our algorithm, we push up the teachers that are good with us.
Great. And that's the time we have. I think I just want to add that because of the scheduling feature, there's a sort of stickiness there between the teachers and the students, it would seem. Is that right?
Yes, it's a work to, if I get it right, we have to make it the relation good. We also build a relation. We also build a reputation for the teacher. So it's a lot of tools to create these connections and fidelity. And one thing we learned also on the first year is that many teachers we contact, they didn't see us as a classified ad website. They saw us more as an agency that bring business. So they don't see us as costing 25 euro, but more are bringing 300 euro.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Gaetan, thank you very much for your presentation today. Good luck in the competition, and continued good luck with the business.
Thank you.
I'll take that from you, and thank you very much.